A fifth critical gift for you to give your child is permission to process. Your children have issues they need to process. They need to know all of their feelings are okay. They need to know that they can tell you what they honestly, sincerely feel. Now, this will be a challenge sometimes for any adoptive parent, no matter how devoted you are to your child. When this child tells you they would rather go home to whatever place they've come from, you need to let them have those feelings. I can understand that. I would feel the same way if I had to give up my homeland or my childhood neighborhood. Let them understand that they can have the full range of feelings. Now, it's not okay to hurt you because their feelings are anger. It's not okay to hurt themselves because their feelings are sad. So we love to do worksheets with the children. The worksheet might say something like, when I was angry in the past, I used to, and then list what they used to do. Now, when I'm angry, I will use my words, breathe, talk to someone safe. So help them make a plan. Let them know all feelings are okay. They have to monitor how they express those feelings. I would even ask for respect if a child says, I hate you. I would say, I can understand that you have feelings about that, but if you would say to me with respect, I don't like you or I don't like to be here, I will always listen to those words. I will treat you with respect. I'd like you to treat me with respect too. It's a reasonable expectation that a child with limited cognitive and limited language skills might use words that are phrases you wouldn't choose. Let them know their expression of feelings is okay. Now, you may need to also express some feelings. I know I feel frustrated sometimes too. I know I feel angry about that too. If you're having sad tears and they ask you why you're crying, don't say, oh, I'm just so happy. You be honest with your feelings, and then be honest with how you let your child express their feelings. Sometimes I think about Dumbo's magic feather. You remember the childhood story, Dumbo could fly if he had a magic feather. And, or at least he thought he could only fly if he had the feather. So sometimes to help our children express feelings, we use a magic feather. It might be for a child a set of walkie-talkies. I worked once with a child who had seen his baby sister murdered. He couldn't use his words to talk to me directly, but when he hid in one room with the door closed and I hid in another room, he could talk to me by walkie-talkie. That was how he began to use his words and express his feelings and his fears. I think of another child who had a death of a pet snake. It wasn't all that sad for me, but for him it was a tragedy. And so I took that child to the store and I let him choose a journal, and I resonated his sadness. I didn't say to him, yuck, a snake died, so what? That was this child's pet. And we got a journal each, and we went to my house and we built a little fire. Now I had to turn the air conditioner way down because it was the summer's day, but we built a fire in the fireplace. And we sat in front of the fireplace and we wrote on the coffee table on our journals. And that little boy would talk about what he felt, and then he would bing, and it was off. It was more than he could talk about. And then he'd come back in 5 or 10 minutes, and then bing, and then it was more than he could deal with, but he'd come back and forth. And over time, about 45 minutes of us talking and journaling, that little boy had his feelings about the death of his pet snake. See again your child's needs. See again your child's feelings. See again your child's wants and desires through their eyes and through their history. Give your child the gift of knowing that you embrace all that they are, that you embrace all that they've been through, that you embrace all that they need, that they feel, that they want. Give your child the knowledge that you love their whole being, that you will not reject them because they have needs,